ASL Season 2. Premier League Group Stage Round of 32.
All right, folks, it's time for the winner's match. One of these two gentlemen is going to go on to the round of 16. Who will it be? We're on merry-go-round, and in the upper left-hand corner, we have the green Zerg. He's clanless. He's...
Yip.
And his opponent in the Southern Spawn from Team Ascension, looking incredibly strong in his first series. Will we see him show that level of dominance once again? It's our Terran player in yellow,
Armadawn.
You know what I'm interested about this game is the aggression factors. All those Ling run by, what do we say, 143 drones? I think that is a record for the ASL in
That's
one
a crazy
game.
number.
143 drones. I want to see if we're going to see that kind of aggression again out of Yip, especially if he watched Armadawn's games where he was a macro-intensive player. So this would be a good time for Yip to be aggressive.
I'd be really surprised if we actually didn't see some aggression come out of Yip. He has shown that he's able to be aggressive in a number of locations at once, and at the same time has shown that macro is also a strength or a string in his bow. Armadawn has shown convincing macro and convincing aggression, and they would be fools to have not watched each other play because they're sizing each other up. So
absolutely,
this game could be one of the best that we've seen so far, and I have high hopes. I have really high hopes.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. We're going to see how it goes now. And Yip showing his boldness here after all of the Armadawn games. He still went hatch first. You know?
Yeah.
He still went hatch first.
Well, Armadawn doesn't put on really fast aggression. Armadawn puts on very slightly later but extremely heavy aggression.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man. Here we go.
That said...
Here we go. That's going to be...
Armadawn going for some very fast and not later aggression. Trying to get that bunker down. Really nice control. Oh my
goodness, the micro is going to be so much fun to watch this bunker trying to go down.
This is going to be super cool. The rest of the drones are being pulled. I don't think this is going to do very much at all.
Oh!
Just get it out, just get it out, just get it out! There we go. He gets it out. The Marine's actually going home. He knows that this is a duff. But that said,
the bunker there, you know, just to maybe get a couple drones to pull off to. Nope.
Here he comes. Nah.
That'll do.
Gonna try and cancel the loss.
No cancel. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, a little bit risky there by Armadawn and didn't pay off, unfortunately. But he has managed to get his extra command center, well, one of his command centers down in his natural during the time when the Zerg was distracted. He did force a bit of a pull off the mineral line as well, but, you know, they just went to mine at the natural. So it's not that big a deal for Yip.
Yeah.
Both these players look about where you'd expect them to be at this time.
Yeah, basically this game reset. It looks like Yip's just trying to get some map control. Probably going to stick that Ling at the bottom of the ramp. No, actually, I'm looking at its Q line. It's going to go in, so it's going to see the bunker. And then it's going to die. I salute you, Sir Ling. And there he goes.
He tried. He's learning.
He relayed that information back to the Overmind. And the Overmind says, you shall go to where all
the
underlings go.
The Evermind says, couldn't you have gone a bit further in? I didn't actually see if the CC was there.
That's what he said.
Yeah, that's what the Overmind said. So Yip actually doesn't know, is what I was saying. That Yip does not know that Armadawn has an expansion. Of course, it's very reasonable to assume that it is there.
Yeah, exactly. He's got to assume it's there. Now, we've seen a lot of Hellions out of Armadawn, and you see he just dropped the reactor there. And we're going double starport.
Hello.
So he's changing nothing up from what he did with Apophis here. He's going the same plan. He's like, it worked once. Now, I want to see... I mean, there's a lot more queens down. Is there... Okay, no lair tech yet. He's got 2 full gas. I'm looking at Yip's...
Third base just coming down too.
Oh, okay, and he's going for a faster third.
Yeah.
And...
The faster third could work either for or against Yip, to be honest. Getting that faster third, of course, does mean additional income, additional lava, all that lovely, juicy Zerg goodness, which is exactly what Yip wants. But on the flip side, having spent that money there might not be the defense to deal with what is probably... I mean, we know it's going to be heavy Banshee because he's made 2 starboards. But in addition to that, we're likely to see the Armory follow up, as we did in the previous game. And Armadawn's going to turn up at about 9-ish minutes with a really big attack.
Yeah, and what I'm worried about here is, okay, I'm glad the lair tech just started, but Yip needs to scout more. He needs to send this Overlord that's to the left of his base in, because he's playing, based on his building construction of Baneling Nest, he's thinking bio. And he hasn't scouted to know whether he's right or wrong. And he's dead wrong, unfortunately, in this case. It's going to be just like the last series. It's going to be Banshee Hellbat. And I don't know if he's going to be able to recover unless he can, A, drop some spores down, some static defense, not build lings, which is what he's building. A lot of lings. 22 lings.
22 lings is going to probably not be that great against a lot of Hellions. That's kind of the thing they're not that good on. But on the other hand, we've seen what Yip can do with lings. We know what he's up to. If he sees that this is a big attacking force, and he's seen this before, he could just run for Armadawn's base and see what happens. Not quite getting that surround. No, not getting that surround. Oh, no, it's no surround, no surround. The SCVs are actually attacking rather than repairing, but the Queens aren't going to be able to fight off these Banshees, especially without detection. This is this big scary push that all Terrans are doing that's killing all the Zergs.
Yeah. There's that one Spore Crawler being worked down by the SCVs. And there it goes. Third base all but gone. He should cancel the Queen before it comes out. And he is just, re-rallying at his natural, which is good. The third base is basically sacrificial at this point. And he's got a Spire going up. Spire would be helpful. It's not going to be that great against Marines, but right now the Marines are rather weak in this composition.
Yeah, there's no idea. The people I see beat this kind of attack are the people who go for really fast spires or go for roach timings. And this kind of attack, which is, if not all in, then at least somewhat risky. Because if I would say it's at least semi all in. Because if it doesn't do damage, then the Terran's really behind.
You think these Banelings are going to be enough to kill the Hellbats?
I think we have to find out. I've seen it go either way before. Oh yes, they kill him off.
Yeah, he does.
That's
clean
it.
up the entire ground force. And he's got, still no mutas on the way. He's going to have to rely on a Queen, but actually the Banshees are going to go ahead and back out. Oh my goodness. He did get the 1-1 upgrades finished too before those Evo chambers went down.
Going to replace those now, but still, even having lost the third base, which is going to put Yip behind, that was handled about as well as you might expect. Well, no, it wasn't. It wasn't perfect, but it wasn't bad. It was dealt with. Unfortunately, Armadawn's build. Yeah, Armadawn's build is going to put him in an advantageous position. If we just look at it, they are unequal workers, but Armadawn has mules. Armadawn's income is shooting up, and the pressure out of the Terran is going to keep Yip at home, at least for the moment, even though we've seen him pull off some spectacular counter-aggression in the previous series.
And Armadawn's back on 3 bases again. Got that established while he was attacking. And the Lings coming in here, and actually, minus the Banshees. Okay, there are a couple Hellions.
Okay.
Oh,
he's picked those off now, actually. No, the Baneling's going to get the mules.
Oh! No, he's not.
Banelings even kill mules?
Cleaned up the third. 9 workers killed. There's nothing here. Oh, there was a little hole. There was a little hole, but he couldn't get through it. So.
Just plugged by those Hellions in time. But even so, nice damage done by Yip with the counterattack, forcing his opponent to have to be a little bit more defensive, and has evened up the worker count to a pretty good extent. There's also a macro hatch in Yip's main that I noticed, which is going to assist in the lava production, in resaturating the bases, and in those big Ling attacks that Yip seems to love so much. Extra lava works for those incredibly well, because Lings are not that expensive.
No, they're a nice cheap unit. And we have 9 Infestors on the way.
Love it.
Ooh, I like it. Oh, yeah. God, this is going to be so dirty. Dirty.
Spellcasters are overpowered.
Yeah.
It's actually true. Like, if you think about all the units that people complain about, it's pretty much always a spellcaster.
Yeah. Ravens.
I wasn't thinking Raven, but sure. There's once again another Ling attack. The Banshees have great single target DPS, but they aren't focused because they don't do the splash, and there's so many Zerglings for so little money. He has to keep producing these Hellions, and if we see Yip forcing his opponent to make Hellions, he can build to counter Hellions.
He got 21 workers killed so far now. Oh man, does he have Burrow? Okay, good. I was like, please tell me you have Burrow for those infestors.
He does.
But the problem is the Raven is out on the field. Is it just the singular Raven, or is there two? There's two.
There's two, I think. Two more in production.
So he does have to be careful with those infestors when trying to sneak in. Hellion hit squad going over to the 4th to check out things, and actually this one Ling's gonna... Nope, just missed it, but he's on creep, so he knows. And, yeah, the Hellions probably should just stay away. 2-2 almost done for the melee upgrades. A lot more Banelings coming into play. Have we seen any mutas yet? Oh, there's no Spire. Why did I think there was a Spire? He can't.
I thought there was a Spire. I thought there was. In fact, there was a Spire building, so he clearly cancelled it. Very. Yep.
You know what? I wonder. Did he build it? It got spotted. All these turrets went down, and then he canceled it and switched up to Infestor.
That's. So
it's very clever if that was the plan.
That's a huge risk, but it's really clever. Little Hellion attack towards the north. Yeah,
gonna run in. Done.
He's coming. He's coming. He's revealed him.
Oh, fungal.
He's gonna
chain the fungals. Chain the fungals. And that's gonna do it for the Hellbats.
That is super. I've never seen anyone chain fungal Hellbats to death, but that was awesome.
Yeah, well, I mean, their range isn't any good, so they're just sitting there like, what are you going to do?
It makes a whole bunch of sense, and in the aftermath of all that, only 4 drones lost by Yip.
Yeah, and like 7 or 8 Hellbats. Right now, Yip has lost 1,700 more resources. And Armadawn is ahead in overall supply, but not army.
Or lost them in that big attack towards the 3rd, and that's kind of to be expected, but it was nearly an all-in, and it was dealt with. So, even though Armadawn did enough damage to make it easily effective, Yip's not out of the game yet. Yip is now actually coming towards a more commanding position as we move into the late game, whereas we know Terran can have some issues, perhaps. And taking that 4th base, I really favour Yip as we move on. Dude, he's getting Neuroparasite.
I'd like to see Yip get 1 or 2 spines at this 3rd, just like I was talking about that game with Past. There's no static defense over there, and these Hellions are going to roast up. I'm going to call 9 drones right now dead.
Okay, you're going to call 9 drones.
I'm going to call 9 drones. I'm going to
bet you $5 right now that we see more.
More than 9? Okay, fine.
Yeah, more than 9. Okay, gambling.
Hang on.
Wait the gambling, guys.
2, 3. You owe me $5 caster dollars. VT Archer transfer 5 from left to Ascended.
On the other hand, he did kill off the 3rd base whilst we were messing about with that. So fair play to the lad.
Yeah.
not bad. Pretty good
Not
trade.
bad at all. That was just a whole bunch of infested Terrans, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's not often that we see that sort of thing, but really, really good play out of Yip just in general, controlling the battlefield, forcing his opponent into the route that he wants him to take, which is where Armadawn seems comfortable. It is mech, but even so, Yip looks good. The issue is going to be the army, because this army of Armadawn really hasn't been killed off very much.
No,
and
it's 119 supply.
If we see this big move out from Armadawn, Yip's going to be really hard pressed to do anything about this. It's just so strong.
But Yip does have... what you said he got Neuroparasite, didn't he?
He did get Neuroparasite. That's what I think. I seriously, I think that could... If that swings it, that'll be the craziest thing.
4 bases
You've never
up
seen
now.
Neural.
And here comes a shit ton of Hellions. Oh my god, if you're... Run! Burrow!
The fungals are huge.
Oh!
Actually spending quite a lot of banelings on that. Big attack. On creep, the Hellions are just about able to get away, but dropping in army supply quite significantly, and that's all going to be respent by Yip on Ultras and Lings.
Yeah, and that's beautiful. I like the Ultras here. Chitinous Plating's on the way. He's working on 3 upgrades, Adrenal Glands, 36 Lings on the way. And you still have Armadawn on 3 bases. And if you look at the worker count, plus 18 in favor of Yip, and I love this random. It's Infestor Bane versus Hellion.
You know, Well, it's actually got very smart because Fungal keeps things in place, and what's the one thing you don't want to be doing when Banelings are running at you? It's
sitting
being
in one
place.
spot.
Yeah, it's great. It's really synergetic. It works well with the Ultralisks as well. So this is a really smart composition out of Yip, but it's quite micro-intensive because you have to obviously get those Fungals down in just the right spot. Right now, they need to be in the fourth.
Oh, those Hellions aren't going home.
I don't think so.
No.
Bye-bye.
Look at the pieces fly. That one piece made it past a boulder and almost to the upper right base. Holy crap! I don't know how high your graphics are set, but mine aren't.
I think I saw something, but I wasn't paying much attention to the actual the ragdoll.
Oh my god, it's beautiful. 15 workers killed though. See, if you'd made the bet on that attack, you would have been okay.
I know. I've made a terrible error. A lot of Ultralisks here for Yip. Good. I think the trading off of the Hellions for Banelings is pretty decent overall, but even so, this is a hell of a lot of Ultralisks. They're running straight towards the Armadawn. Whoa!
We have Seeker missiles going down everywhere. Infested Terrans are being dropped everywhere, but most of Yip's army got beaten up by this.
Raven's OP!
Yeah, right? Raven's just having a field day here, and that was, I expect a counter push here. We got SCVs coming off the line. And we have Thors and Ravens moving out. We have 28 lanes and 5 infestors on the way over here.
This was it.
I think Yip might be in trouble.
Was waiting for. This is what Armadawn was waiting for. Armadawn has gone, okay, you've just traded off your army. What you gonna do? The answer is really struggle. He's got 26 lings in production. The infestors are doing what they can, but right now they don't have the energy they need because all of the previous ones were lost. The reinforcement rate, Gonna jump into the game, and I think the first player I should introduce will be formerly of the top right hand corner, but now drifting towards a gold base to match his own coloration from Team Ascended. It's our Terran player,
Armadawn.
and his opponent currently not yet lifted off his hatchery, but give him some time. Still in the top left, in the green trunks, and joining up real nicely. It's our Zerg player.
Yip.
Well, Armadawn. So far, you have impressed me. Let's see how you pull out the gold-based cheese, because this is a strat that we see a lot of Terrans do, and this Overlord, he's a little bit clued up about how it's going down in that he can see everything. He knows what his opponent is doing, and I'm fascinated. I'm so into seeing how players respond to this. I was informed reliably that, I say reliably, it was wrong, that the best way to deal with this as any race was basically to pull workers. And so far, we're not seeing a worker pull from Yip, just going hatch first, feeling pretty brave. And that's going to mean there could be a pretty significant Terran bio-flavored counter swing to this attack. I don't know if Yip's going to be able to hold it.
Is he doing what I think? I just walked back and I see a gold base.
Oh yeah, dude. He's doing the thing. He's
and
doing
he didn't pull drones?
No, he didn't pull drones.
Oh,
but then, did you watch the WCSNA finals?
No, what? Well,
I
saw
good.
One of the games. Was it yesterday that this exact scenario happened, and the last game of the set ended?
Game 7 of the best of 7. Pig Baby versus Bomber. Bomber lifts the gold. Pig Baby. Wait, are you going to watch it? Because I actually don't want to spoil it if you're going to watch it. It's worth watching. Okay, Pig Baby holds the gold base attack with Tempests.
With what?
With Tempests.
No shit.
No, he does. It's amazing. It's such a cool game. I was screaming. I was thinking, no, Pig Baby, no, you can't do this. And then he did.
Oh my goodness.
I
can't believe Yip is... He knows it's there, but he hasn't reacted to it.
He does?
Well, yeah, look at his vision. The Overlord spotted it.
It drifted right over.
Yeah, so he knows exactly what's going on here. And he's going to have to spam lings. This is just nothing to it. It's a must.
He can't really attack is the problem. He's trying Well, you'd think that he'd basically be trying to attack into the base of Armadawn, but right now Armadawn's just going to pump out units like there's no tomorrow if we do see any kind of attack. And at the same time, Yip can't really get up this ramp into the gold base.
No, he can't. That SCV is going to go down right now. He knows, okay, there's a natural, and he's expanding to a natural, also known as his previous main base. So...
He's reclaiming what was previously his lost territory.
Yeah, exactly. It's like playing in Risk. You
Exactly.
ever play Risk?
I've played enough Risk. I'm thinking more like Civ, where you know that one guy takes your city, so you wait for a few years, and then you nuke all of his towns at once. He brought it on himself.
And that will make a complete wall-in right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's looking pretty good. Baneling Bust maybe on that? No, he's going to go Roach. Okay.
A Baneling Bust is actually, I think, probably a pretty good idea. I'd like to see a Baneling Bust, but as it is, well, Armadawn hasn't capitalized on it as much as you might think. He went for this goal, which meant he could produce fewer workers and rush his tech out, but he's actually gone for such a heavy gas style that he hasn't gone for this kind of huge marine swell that you do sometimes see.
Oh, we have double starport.
Again?
Again.
The guy's got a style.
Yeah. He's got his signature, double starport.
Mm-hmm. Actually, yeah.
What is going on?
Oh, it's a miss rally. It's a miss rally.
Some worker chaos going on here.
He needs to drop one of the depots.
Hey, it looks like there is one super worker in that corner. Look at that. It is lit up.
Whoa!
Look at that. That is the coolest thing.
He knows.
Wow.
He knows.
That was pretty funny, though.
Yeah.
If you could keep them all together like that, I wonder if you could one-shot a roach. It would look like a super SCV. If you had 18 of them times 5 damage, I wonder if you could... Boom! And they'd be like, what the fuck?
We've seen some crazy games before where people go for banelings on this map, and you see just these huge kind of attacks with the banelings, and they run into the gold, and every single SCV in the entire game dies at once. And right now, I don't think we're going to see that, but this Roach Force is going to hit before the Banshees are out on the field. And whilst this force from Armadawn is good, it might not be able to deal with this really big attack that we're seeing out of Yip.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's going to have to pull off the line and repair like no other repair has gone before. But if the Marines move down the ramp, you can completely disregard that idea. Oh my god!
It's coming. He knows it's coming. Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes.
That's it for the Marines.
Yes, all of the Marines are going to be surrounded and picked off by the Roach Force.
Oh my goodness.
Hellions aren't that great against Roaches. There aren't any winning ones, but the Banshee, the first Banshee is on its way, and Roaches don't shoot up.
Yeah, but he could just plow his way in here.
I don't think this is going to be that successful. I really don't. The damage is getting too great and too stacked up from all these Hellions. There's loads of Roaches there.
SCV's evacuating.
Yeah, the SCVs are being pulled back. The Hellions are actually
Oh
being
my
quite nice.
god!
Good splash damage.
Not 5 workers killed.
It's not
7,
many used to
8,
Babs.
9. 9 workers killed in that engagement on top of a reactor and a supply depot.
That's not too good, really. And actually, look, there's a thingy. What do you call it?
Counterattack!
Supply drop.
Woohoo!
That's what he does. He just keeps counterattacking all the time. Actually getting straight in there, going to kill all of the SCVs in the main.
God, yipping those lings, man.
But now, it's Armadawn's turn to counterattack, even with 20 SCVs lost in this attack, and that is a lot of SCVs, down to 11 now. There's now 5 Hellions and 2 Banshees at the base, home base of Yip, and there isn't really an answer to this from our Zerg player, not right now.
There isn't. Surprisingly, I mean...
Someone bringing up the rear. He's desperately making the Roaches in his main base, but with these losses being taken in the drone count, both players are now essentially all in. I love the Spore Crawler, which is going to help control the Banshee's space, but these Roaches, having now just popped, they can't fight Banshees. They can't fight Banshees, and they're popping one at a time, losing out again and again. After the...
Oh my goodness, and Yip is gonna fall after all that! Oh...